It is another lovely Monday morning, and we here are glad to know that you are there watching. As always, want to appreciate you, want to say thank God that we are all alive, healthy, and hearty. Nothing missing, nothing broken. So we say thanks to the Almighty God for a brand new day. Welcome to the show this morning. It is Good Morning Abuja, showing on the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5 Abuja. And my name is Elizabeth Williams Omonigo. Like I said earlier, thank God it's Monday. Don't worry. If your last week wasn't a good one, don't worry. It's not too late to start afresh. Start up on a good day, and then you know that this week will definitely end up on a very bright note for you. Without further ado, let's get started with our motivational talk this morning. We will be talking with Coach Didi. Coach Didi has something special and important to tell you and I. What is she talking about? Let's take a look together.
Let me tell you something. Anger is not always about the present moment. I give an example of, there's always one person in your life that, or in the workplace, you say good morning, and the person will go like, what's good about the morning? They're not bad people. People who are angry all the time usually means there's something deeper. Because anger is not just about that present moment. It's about past experiences. It's about past disappointments and unhealed or unresolved pain. So when people hold on to that kind of pain for a long time, it can be explosive. So the thing is, healing starts with awareness. Be aware of the fact that if you're angry all the time, it's a signal that all is not well. It's a signal that you've bottled up so much for over a long period of time, and it's coming out as frustrations, irritations, and explosive anger sometimes. So look within yourself. If you're angry all the time, Kulu, there's a reason you're angry all the time. You're not mad. You're angry all the time because there is something bottled. There's something deep within you that you're carrying. And I think it's time to let it go. And the first step is awareness that it is actually happening.
Thank you so much, Coach Didi. That was really great. Now it's time to move on to our exercise. Are you still on your bed? Get up. Let's do some small exercise this morning. And today we will be doing general body exercise. Let's go there.
Afro Fit Workout with Frankie G Music. To be frank, it's genius.
Welcome back. Thank you so much. And that was our general body exercise. I can see some people sweating it out. Okay, now it's time to move on, and it's time to take our first break on the show this morning. Please don't touch your dial. Let's take a break.
I welcome you on today's ride on the show Good Morning Abuja.
This is Window on Abuja.
We have everything it takes to compete with any nation all across the world.
How do we make it? We are not ready to produce.
I've been contributing to the development of your kingdom.
Hello and welcome to Young Hearts.
Our focus today will be on hepatitis B.
Ladylike!
This is Entertainment Gist.
In the 14th century, 15th, 16th century, and even 17th.
That is for zakah to cure our greed.
The purpose why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided to create humanity.
The Bible talks about a man called Apollos. This is NTA Abuja Channel 5.
See you same time.
And have a great and blessed week ahead.
Welcome to Young Hearts, where vibrant minds converge to ignite the flame of innovation.
A program designed to inspire, educate.
Join us on a journey of exploration and empowerment on Young Hearts.
At Young Hearts, we believe in the power of youth to shape the future.
You can say we are too young and we know too much.
There are so many young people who are very skilled and talented.
Join us as we embark on this transformative journey of discovery and growth.
Join us
Every Monday, 5:30 p.m.
At 5:30 p.m.
on NTA Channel 5, Abuja.
As children mature and social interactions get more complex, they need to comply with set boundaries and expectations, but this takes practice, which eventually result in consistency, discipline, and security.
If you are a teacher in a class and you tell a student, I know you will disturb me, that child will keep on disturbing you. But if you change it and you tell that child, I am putting up a responsibility on you to stop anybody from disturbing me, and I'm sure you can do this effectively, you will see that that child will be the one saving you from disturbance. When we say clear boundaries for children, this is your bedtime, this is the time to brush your teeth, this is the time to study your book, that thing helps them into adulthood. One of the things that has been said to be one of the most important value for any child to inculcate it is consistency, the ability to keep on doing that thing for a long time. So my child, by after 8, no one has access to their phone again. We lock our phones here. By social time, all of us will study a book. And one very important thing is, don't tell the children to do, you yourself do it yourself. If you do it with them, it makes them more interested in that thing. You as the father, if you lock the children's phone and you are still chatting on your own phone, the children see the hypocrisy in what you are doing, and they themselves will just see it as this person is punishing us. You must sacrifice. It's difficult. You must sacrifice yourself to supervise it. So if you set boundaries for children, they already know that they won't have their ways all the time. And they are already accustomed to patience. They have self-control. When there's frustration at their face, they don't lose themselves and regret their actions later. In terms of safety, like in our house when we're growing up, all of us must be at home by 7. So that kind of child is not used to coming home by 12. So the danger in coming home very late, you've expunged it from that child's life. So being able to set boundaries for children helps to mentor those children, helps to coach them, and helps them to get better. But a house that you live without laws, without boundaries, without expectations, the children will live on the run of the mill. They will just live anything that comes. So you will also reap any result that comes. So actually setting boundaries and also setting expectation is actually having plan for the children. And science has validated that the prefrontal cortex, a part of the brain responsible for thinking and judgment, does not go into maturity until mid-20s. So children below their mid-20s are expected to make fundamental mistakes. That is why children below 25 cannot be left alone, because whether they like it or not, their brain simply has not grown into maturity. Leaving your children is not parenting. It's like leaving them to failure, leaving them to self-destruction. And the fourth leading cause of death amongst people within the age of 12 to 16 is actually suicide. So that means you've also kept your child safe from that kind of thing. So it's like you are molding your children for a good future. There's a book written by Dr. Ibrahim Duba called Tell, Don't Yell. I think the first strategy is to tell children and not yell at them, because studies has validated that when you yell at a child, at someone, that person believes you've punished me. So the person repeats that task. So don't wait till a child makes a mistake before telling the child the right thing to do. Have a 10, 20, 15 minutes in your house that you sit to discuss good actions. You tell stories. That was what was known with Africans. You know why? Their defense mechanism will come out when they've already made a mistake. So they are not ready to take correction. They are ready to defend themselves. So that particular thing will not sink for a long time. So if you are not ready to make the sacrifice, don't start it at all. As long as you are not consistent, it won't work. But as long as you put in the consistency, you will also reap the good outcome later on.
Helping children get comfortable advocating for their boundaries and expectations early will help them do well in future. They may find it difficult at first, but boundaries can make your life much easier to live.
Football provides a form of entertainment and a way to escape from daily life. However, this passion for football with intention to entertain has engendered hostility as well as negative effects among fans, leading to glaring features of addiction and fanaticism.
Football addiction is something that every football fan has, and you cannot take away from him. You get addicted to football once you keep watching your team playing. It will not come to part of your life. You cannot do without it. You lost your match, blah, 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 blah. They'll be talking about what's the fault of the coach, the fault of the team. Your team performance is very low and you're comparing yourself with this and this. So from there, you now start getting emotion. So it can cause a quarrel. Some people, when you say, please stop, they don't know when to stop. Most of the times, some people don't have such friends to discuss about it, and the pain is on them. So it's bringing them down anytime they like think of it, and it's always there, so they must think of it. Me, right now, I can be free doing my normal day activities. Once you mention let's go and play football, I'll start having that feelings that anything I'm doing, I can leave it and go. I know of people that keep malice because of football.
We need to understand that football has to do with emotions. Whether you're a fan or you are actively participating in it, it strives and drives on passion. When the passion is there, the tendency is high that there's likely to be addiction. When it crosses the border to becoming fanaticism, then it's another thing. It becomes fanaticism when violence is involved. When your team loses, you draw a game or something, or you don't like the way a player plays, and you start being violent, or you attack, abuse in one way or the other, then you become fanatic. And some people do this without knowing. And for others, they have had too much of football that it has become part of them to be fanatic. Football also thrives in one way or the other on fanaticism, in the sense that when it comes to the game itself, there are some things, some features, some part of it that is called gamemanship. And what the teams, the fans, the players, officials that are involved in one way or the other do at that particular point is fanaticism, and no matter how you want to look at it, because it has gone beyond normal. And a recent example is what we saw between Nigeria and Libya. I know people who, if their club should lose, they won't eat. And it's becoming normal. So you need to talk to them. Their friends need to help them. At this particular point, they need help. You don't need to mock them. You must realize that it has become something bigger than usual. There was a situation in Greece, I think, a club owner came on the pitch with a shotgun. Yes, that's how far this thing can go. Well, he was banned, sanctioned.
Research has shown a correlation between football fanaticism and addiction, depression, and anxiety-induced heart failure, which is supported by death reports or mental health issues.
We all have our area of interest, and for them, their area of interest is football. So it has some advantages on their mental health. They are happy at that moment, it makes them happy, it boosts their mood, energy, and all that. But then when it gets to the stage where it becomes an addiction, it begins to affect them, and then I think at that moment, something has to be done. Football addiction is a psychological challenge, which a lot of people don't know. So anything you find, anything that gives you that constant urge, you always want to watch, you always want to talk about it, you always want to find yourself in that space about football all the time. And it affects one's mental health, because they become aggressive, they become hungry, and nothing tends to satisfy them at that moment. Some of them don't even take care of themselves. Even when they are sick, they will go to where they are playing ball and all that.
The fan clubs are very important to educate the fans on how they should behave. And then our families also, we need to let the people know that it's going extreme. You need to watch it. And that's why we must not allow fanaticism, in the game. So, because fanaticism will take away the value of the game.
Fortunately, strategies for maintaining a healthy balance between football enthusiasm and our daily life is attainable and applicable.
I think at those points, there has to be a balance. You just need to ask yourself questions. And that love for football has to be replaced with something else. Probably if they spend 10 hours on ball every week, you just need to, reduce it. Reduce it gradually. If you watch football for 10 hours, you can replace 5 hours with other things, and gradually it begins to fade off, and you just see that you're able to give it a control. The place of counseling can come in, and then support system, the people around them too, they have to be supportive. Everybody has who they listen to. There has to be somebody that can always talk to them, advise them, and they can listen to. Counseling, they can seek for help, they can join support groups as well too, and that improves it.
For a football addict or fanatic to obtain a healthy balance between football and daily life, he must set priorities, create a schedule, and stay organized.
Welcome back to the studio. I'm sure you enjoyed that feature on the spot out there. Okay, so let's talk about World Cup qualification. I have a guest in the studio. He's our in-house personal person. His name is Abdullah Ajia, and I'm sure some of you know him. Please let's make welcome Abdullah Ajia as we talk about World Cup qualification this morning. Abdullah, you're welcome.
Liz, it's always my pleasure to be with you on Good Morning in Abuja.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming. So Abdullah, you and I know what's up, right? About this World Cup qualification. Okay. And recently, Nigeria was caught up in a dicey situation. Sure. How far so far? Where are we now? Because that's the question in the mouth of so many Nigerians. What's the way forward?
Okay, well, Lizzie, thank you for having me here once more to talk sports and with full chest, and the passion is always there. Now, coming to your question, I think it is no longer news that Nigerians who are sports lovers and football enthusiasts already know that we have scaled, through the first hurdle of the fear initially of Nigeria not going for another World Cup after two successful failures in recent years. But I think we're a little bit happy at the moment because we've scaled through the first hurdle, like I said, picking one of the playoffs, as far as the African World Cup qualification is concerned. Nigeria, Gabon, Democratic Republic of Congo, as well as Cameroon are the four teams now that have picked the four playoff tickets now. Against all odds, that last day of that, the group phase of the qualification, it was, we watched that match with the height of anxiety.
Yes, sir.
As usual, we're with our calculators, like some will say, we're calculating if South Africa should lose and
What
Nigeria beat Benin
years?
Republic, oh, we'll qualify. But if South Africa won or Benin Republic plays, so it was, a serious, anxiety for us as football followers and Nigerians, talking about patriotism, in sports. Now, God so kind for us, our prayers were answered, if you ask me, because we're able to, not only defeat Benin Republic, but flog them, embarrass them, subdued them with 4 goals to nothing.
Yeah.
And I think that was what, at the end of the day, gave us that qualification. So as we speak, we're going to play what they call playoffs now. You didn't get the automatic qualification out of the 9 groups. The first team in each of the groups, is picking the automatic qualification, which Nigeria failed to do. So now we succeeded in coming second in our group. And fortunately for us, even as we speak, there are a lot of controversies around even Burkina Faso now. Is asking a very huge question. Why would Nigeria qualify against Burkina Faso? Ordinarily, if you check the table now the technical aspect is not up to. I think that is the little mathematics that was done for Nigeria to. So you see, our prayers at the end of the day work for us.
Yes.
All things being equal. So the playoffs is another window, FIFA window for us in November around 13th and 16th, I think. So the 4 teams will slug it out. First, Nigeria will take on Gabon. It's a semi-final phase already. 4 teams, so it's a semi-final.
I
So
don't know about
after
you, but
Nigeria,
as for me, my heart is beating already.
Sure, it's not just an easy thing.
Yeah,
Nobody
I
will sit down and
know.
tell you that is a walkover. Is a done deal. No, because we know what Gabon has done in recent time with their football. Cameroon, we know they are familiar foes to us.
Oh,
And
God.
we also have maybe probably DR Congo, but I think it's not
But of all
going to
these
be.
teams, which one, be sincere, which one are you scared of?
It's Cameroon.
Cameroon. Thank you, Cameroon.
But before you meet Cameroon now, you're going to play Gabon now. It is when you defeat Gabon that you also have the chance to meet Cameroon if Cameroon were able to defeat DR Congo in their own semi-final. So mind you, by the time you play Gabon and you win, you say, okay, oh, thank God, the first hurdle is being crossed. So you go meet either DR Congo or Cameroon in the final, and if you're able to win, because it's one slot now that's remaining,
Mania.
to join those that are already qualified. So if you won that one, there's another phase that you're also going to play. I think that will be the last phase now. If you feel this soul ticket that's remaining for these 4 teams now, I think there is another a playoff you play against a team that is outside Africa now. That is where we are today.
Wow. Okay, so let me ask you: if you were to do something differently as the coach, what would that be?
Well, I think give it to Eric Scher. We saw in the last match, and after that match, we went round Abuja to have a cross section of the views of football followers. What we gathered is not far from what is in my mind and what is in your mind, what is in the mind of the viewer are watching us out there. The mentality we saw in the match against Benin Republic in Uyo, on Tuesday, it was a different ball game. The spirit, the approach, the tactics, the technical prowess, everything worked for us, and we saw the harvest of goals. It was like a basket of goals. So 4-0 against a Benin Republic that defeated
That was
in
a
the first leg
flogging.
of the World Cup qualification. So I think if that lineup, if that the talk that was given to that team, it's anything to go, but I think they should
They
be able
should.
to retain it,
Yeah.
moving forward, when the playoffs come. Please talk to these boys. You see the way you play, Benin, even give us more if possible.
Give us
Otherwise,
more.
maintain that template, don't go down.
I think this is when we should spell their country name. What do you think?
Well, Gabon, with due respect to them, today we say in football there are no minnows. A smaller country in quote,
I
will come,
know.
shock you. We saw in the World Cup qualification, Rwanda, Zimbabwe pulling out a draw against the almighty Super
I
Eagles, giant of
know.
Africa. So Gabon too have done very well in recent time with their football. You also have, former African footballer of the, Aubameyang, former Arsenal player, now with Olympic Marseille in France. He's doing absolutely
Very
well,
well, yeah.
and he's the one that is leading that team. And so they are not going to be a pushover. They are also hungry to be at the World Cup because that is the height
Everyone
and
is
peak of
of it.
football in the world.
Yes, yes. Wow, wow, wow. We only can wish them well and then continue praying for them and support them with everything that we have, right?
Sure.
I'm just curious, what do you think could have been the reason for our poor performance that made us not to come first in Group C?
Well, Lizzie, this is a very big question, and I think I should not answer them alone. Maybe sometimes I'll bring the administrators, I'll bring the coach, I'll bring the players themselves
No
to
problem,
answer.
we'll do
But
that another
based on
time.
our experience and observations so far, a lot of reasons would have amount to what have happened. For sometimes the attitude of players, you invite players. Sometimes some of these our internationals that are out there will give you some flimsy reasons of not coming. So when the World Cup qualification started, we saw some of those attitudes, and when the handwriting began to be clear that we were finding ourselves in a very difficult situation, that was when these players began to wake up, and that time it was becoming too late because teams like South Africa were already a mouse in the points, and giving you some gap in terms of catching up with them. So I think that is one reason. Another reason sometimes also you can't even explain. Administrators will tell you they are doing their best, but their best is not good enough for all of us to see. Because if a team like Morocco will play their matches before the end of the group stage, they had already qualified. So even if they play the remaining one or two matches, it's insignificant because the points they had amassed had already gotten them to the World Cup. It has happened across Europe too. There are teams that before the end of the group phase of that qualification, the points they have garnered is enough for them to be at the World Cup. What stops Nigeria from doing that? So sometimes you blame it on administrators. Maybe they are not giving us the best legs in a country of over 200 million people. You cannot tell me that the players we are seeing and the kind of lackadaisical performance or attitude we see, is the best for a country like Nigeria. More so, we know that in the past we have assembled players that went and represented us very well. At the Olympics, they were the first African to win of the Olympics. We saw our performance at the USA '94 World Cup and subsequent outings as far as the international, scene, whether it's the Super Eagles or lower grades, football competition. So a lot of issues, pundits will put together to say, could explain for why we found ourselves, in that dicey situation. Let me also point it clear. Within this World Cup qualification, we had about three coaches. It's not too good for a team that wants to have the blend, wants to have the tactics, a very good football. We saw Finidi George at the time came in and dropped the towel before Eric Scher. Pesero was there before he left too. So such things are distractions. So if you want your team to do very well consistently, probably get somebody who is tactically and technically high on this game. Give that person, allow the person to do his or her job. At the end of the day, you're after results. And also, even when you're giving contract to some of these coaches, such results are tied to their contract. Qualify us for the Nations Cup, qualify us for the World Cup. So if you fail to do that, it means you are failing on your contractual agreement. So I think these are some of the reasons that I would have explained, and at the end of the day, we were struggling. But God's so kind, we're able to struggle and meander and find ourselves at the playoff. Let's see what happened at the playoff.
I hope we'll meander to the end. But wait, let me even ask this question. Don't get me wrong, and it's not as if I'm a negative person. I'm just trying to balance it. It's good to think positive and just give yourself that room that, okay, what if we don't qualify? What happens?
Life continues.
Life continues.
Because if you ask this question, it's one question Nigerians do. Will be asking, but I think will not be happy. Don't forget the social, medicine that football has, come to be, not only in Nigeria but around the
All
world
over
today.
the world.
Whenever this football is on, we forget our problems, we forget our
Yes,
differences,
so
we forget our
come
religion,
together,
we forget
yeah.
about where we ethnicity. So it
Mhm.
is one, social instrument that is
joins,
being used to
binds
unite
everybody,
us,
yeah.
is used to help us solve a lot of problems. So Nigerians see the opportunity for us to be at the World Cup to be happy. So if you
Yeah.
take that happiness out of them, you know what it means. It's a room for social vices, it's a room for a lot of trouble around, especially for the youth. So, but if we don't go to the World Cup, nothing happens. The last one, we were not there.
Yeah.
Ghana came and stopped us here at their own backyard here. They came and picked the ticket and left us here. We were crying and we nursed the wound and injury and we moved on. Another qualification, came around again. Or yes, came around and we're still struggling.
But this last one or this recent one, a lot of Nigerians, of course, as usual, are disappointed.
Yes,
a lot.
Yes,
because we had that hope.
Yes.
You will see a small everywhere that period everywhere is even a small child was talking about it. Even though I did not even understand what it was to be qualified.
That's the patriotism.
know?
That's the patriotism we're talking about.
Yeah.
Because your country is out there, it's like a battleground. You cannot be supporting another country while your country is there bleeding
It's not
or is
possible.
struggling to get something that could add to the unity, could add to the beauty, growth, and development of your country. So football is one important phenomenon that we all support. We are all yearning for. So, back to your question. If we don't qualify,
Life goes on.
we will come continue again.
We can't continue again, Abi. No shaky, nothing spoil. Okay, so now before we go, let's talk about the benefits of even qualifying for World Cup. What are the benefits for those who don't know?
Okay, quickly, Lizzie, is a very good question. You have the economic aspect of football, you have the social aspect of football, you have the spiritual aspect of football. And if you put all these together, when your country qualifies, one, it adds to your diplomatic relations. You're going to be promoted. Your name is going to, your flag is going to be flown in that host country. America is hosting this time around.
Yes.
Mexico, America, and is it Canada? They are co-hosting this World Cup. So nobody would not want to be there. So if you qualify, it adds to your class. It adds to your history. You count some number of times you've been at the World Cup. There are countries that have never missed the World Cup. So you see, when they have that bragging right, you cannot be there. When you are just saying you have been there maybe twice or three times. That is one. Two, there's also the economic aspect of it. Once you qualify, some people might not know. FIFA gives you money. Every country that qualifies to the World Cup, there is an amount of dollars that is, being given to you just for qualifying. By the time you go, you play 1, 2, 3 match, you qualify to the next group. There's another money that will be given to you until you get to the stage where you play semi-final, you play final, and subsequently you won.
The winner.
Then the winner will be announced, and there's another monetary incentive.
I shall not change my job to go into football.
You have to start all over again. Maybe.
I know, right? Because I think I passed the age of learning.
Then the social aspect, like we said earlier, there is football brings this unity of purpose. It brings this love. You see, when you're watching football, you don't know when you hug even somebody,
Yeah.
because before you realize this cannot be my friend.
I know, but it's too late.
It's too late. So these are some of the benefits for a country to qualify, and especially World Cup is the highest stage of football in the whole world. They play Champions League. They are just continental football, Africa Cup of Nations, European Nations Cup, or Asia. Those ones are continental football. This time around is the football mundial, global football mundial, and it is at the highest level. If you win it,
tops. Wow. This is really getting interesting. I'll be like, as always, we appreciate your presence whenever you come to talk about sports in our studio. Thank you so much.
It's always my pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much. Here's the program is still Good Morning Abuja. It's time to take another short break, and when we return, the program continues shortly. Don't go nowhere.
It's time for us to say our goodbyes on the program. As usual, I remain your host of the most, Omoide with Erese, and I'll always be here with my bestie.
Je m'appelle Oguntayo Olamposi Justina.
Speaking French now, from Jordan to Sweden.
Adios.
I welcome you on today's ride on the show Good Morning Abuja.
This is Window on Abuja. We have everything it takes to compete with any nation all across the world.
How do we make it? We are not ready to produce.
I've been contributing to the development of your kingdom.
They know my story.
Hello and welcome to Young Hearts.
Our focus today will be on hepatitis B.
Ladylike.
This is Entertainment Gist.
In the 14th century, 15th, 16th century, and even 17th.
That is for the girl to cure our greed.
The purpose why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided to create humanity.
The Bible talks about a man called Apollos. This is NTA Abuja Channel 5.
See you same time.
And have a great and blessed week ahead.
Thank you for staying tuned to the program this morning. Yes, now it's time to talk about something that many people like, if not everyone like. We may all like it in different ways, but then somehow we like this thing I'm about to talk about. What am I talking about? This particular thing brings hope to the hopeless. It gives peace to those who don't have, or those who are troubled. I'm talking about music. Yes, we may like different music, and this music may mean different things to different people. But right now, I have someone in the studio whose music is to inspire people, to bring hope to the hopeless, and to give peace to those who are troubled-minded. So please, let's make welcome Light Sinai as he tells us more about his kind of music. Good morning to you.
Good morning, ma'am.
How are you this morning?
I'm good, ma'am.
Thank you for coming to the studio.
Yeah, thank you. My pleasure.
Okay, so now, your kind of music, I wouldn't say is unique. I wouldn't say it's popular. But then I think to an extent it is unique because you said it gives hope to the hopeless.
Yeah.
Tell us more about it.
Yeah, my music talks more about hearing the touch of God.
Do you want my viewers at home to hear you? So
Yes,
speak out loudly.
yeah, my music talks more on God's healing, miracles, signs and wonders of God. Understand? And I'm basically in like worship, doing recording artist as well. And I'm also a stage performance minister. So my song is all about salvation. It brings healing to the souls of people, to the audience.
Okay, so how long have you been singing?
Yeah, I've been singing for over 10 years now.
Okay.
Since 2015, I began singing. I started my music ministry on 2015, and I released my first album. First album it was on 2018.
Okay.
I released my first album. I sought for a man, and the second one was 2019, the next year. So I released Jesus Manifest, which is the second album.
Okay, so if I may ask, what made you to go into music? Did you go in for the money, or you have another reason for going into music? Because I hear music, there's a lot of money in music. True or false?
Well, To some people, to people, yeah, there's money in music industry, most especially when you know what you're doing. And to me, I didn't just come into music ministry to make
Make
money.
money, okay?
What really gives me joy is the testimony, what God is doing through my ministration on stage,
Wow.
through my worship, the praise that I do normally drop every year. You know, uh, I'm not that kind of minister that I'm not just saying it that making money. Yes, it would. Yes, no matter how you're gonna be, you make money in everything you're serious doing. Understand? But I'm not here for money. I'm doing the work based on how God conditioned me to do it. God want me not to collect money, and I don't collect money from
Wow.
administration. I do go to churches and minister and go. Most times I go, they will start calling me.
Okay, is it that you don't ask for the money, but if they give you, you collect?
Yeah.
So that I don't discourage some of us.
Yes. If they give me, I will collect.
Okay.
Yes, it's nice.
Okay.
Appreciating minister
Yes.
after administration is fine. But I don't charge
Oh.
to do songs. I don't charge to minister.
Wow.
Yes.
Your type is very rare.
Yeah.
Because I know many people, like we all know, people go into different things for different reasons. And of course, majorly the reason that people do things is to get money, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's talk. Where do you see yourself in the next 5, 10 years? Where do you see your music?
Wow. To the glory of God, I'm seeing myself going global.
Global?
Going global via going to the world for administration, ministering with ministering on stage with my mentors that I'm looking up to.
If I may ask, who are your mentors? Are they local? Are they Nigerian artists or international artists?
They are Nigerian artists, and one of them is Blejo, Minister Blejo.
Okay.
Yes, he's my music mentor.
Oh.
Yeah, I feature in one of my songs that I dropped.
Oh wow.
Always is my recent song that I dropped. Always.
Mhm.
So I did the song with him, Minister Blejo. Yeah, he's one of my mentor, and Papa Frank Edward.
Oh.
Yeah, Messi Chinwe.
So Frank Edward don't talk to Papa Frank Edward.
Yeah, it's my that's how I normally
Wow,
call
that's
him.
nice, Papa Frank Edward.
Yeah, man.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, it's my
Okay.
mentor.
You said Minister who? Messi.
GUC, Minister GUC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this four.
I don't understand. You don't
And
have
Papa
any female artist
Ebuka songs.
okay.
Messi Chinwe as well.
Now you're talking.
Yes, man.
Okay, so if I may ask, can you just do one song for us to inspire your viewers out there?
Okay. The will of God is not the will of man. The will of God is not the will of man. Oh, the will of God is not the will of man. Oh, the will of God is not the will of man.
Nice one. The will of God
It's not the will
is
of
not.
man.
Wow, awesome. Thank you so much, Minister Light Sinai. Thank you so much for coming to the studio this morning. I hope when we call upon you again, you will oblige.
Yeah, by God's grace, man.
All right. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much.
Yes, I have been speaking with an artist who inspires people through his music. He gives hope to viewers through his music. And then he says he doesn't charge money. But of course, that is not to say if you give him, he will not collect. So please don't let that discourage you. If you invite him, try to make sure that you pay him some money. Now it's a good morning, Abuja. Yes, let's take a break. And when we return, the program will continue shortly. Do not touch your dial.
He's always there to help me. Waiting, my God,
Chineke. A man without God is nobody. Tell me what can you do without God? Waiting my God, no fit do. He's always there to help me. Waiting my God, no fit do. He's always there to help me. 247, he's always there to help me. 247, he's always there to answer me. He's always there.
From the day he died and up again, defeat me in this plan just to be with me. Now your love, I dey see. Now your grace is sufficient for my body. I have come around to say, Papa, you are good. What do you know we do? You know they exist, oh. You know they exist, oh. You know they exist,
Waiting my God, no fit do. He's always there to help me. Waiting my God, no fit do. He's always there to help me. 247, he's always there to help me. 247, he's always there to answer me. He's always there. He's always there. My lover, my lover. He's always there. My lover, my lover. He's my helper. He's my helper.
I was tired of buying what everybody said. I wanted something new. And when I went to it, I decided to.
You're welcome to another wonderful episode of the #1 program for women by the women.
I learned it in art class in school, but they only taught us the basic of crocheting in school, and I was very interested and fascinated by it.
And for the women, you know, we are, let us start from our own part of the world. We are a woman, there's so much expectation.
Since on that very lovely and light note, I want to say thank you for being with us today. And tune in same time, same station next week on your #1 station, NTA Channel 5. Today is Tuesday and the time is 7:30.
Back to the show this morning. If you just tuned in, the program is Good Morning Abuja, showing on the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja. Now, do you suffer from saving your money? If you do, this is a tip that will help you to save your money. Let's go to our segment called Money Saving Tips. Now it's time to take our weather forecast. In case you're planning to travel or you're planning to go out of your house, just take a look at this weather so you don't get bitten by the rain or by the sun. Let's take a look at the weather forecast. Well, it has come to the end of our show this morning. I want to believe you enjoyed yourself on the program this morning. If you did, why don't you make it a date with us tomorrow by the grace of God? Join us same time, same station tomorrow morning Until I come your way again, my name is Elizabeth Williams of Monigo. Keep watching Good Morning Abuja. And in case you missed today's program, please don't forget to go to our YouTube page and check us out on our YouTube page. You will find everything that we did today and even other days. Until we come again tomorrow, bye-bye for now.